Valimaki. Haaland 11-4 against my beloved Newcastle on Sunday. What is going on? Why is it still going on? What is going on? Maxed that out and was pretty miserable to find Harvey Barnes not only scoring first but getting double delight in the game. Despite that, it was a pretty decent weekend. Valimaki winning over in the RSM Open. I was only on 5 golfers for 4% coverage of the field in Ladbrokes. So that was a nice win. Hey, do you want to know how to go on the heater of a lifetime? Just pause a video series where you're tracking your profits and you are guaranteed to see the winners fly in. It wasn't just the golf though. Anytime I laid something this weekend, I was on the right side of it. Like both teams to get 20 plus booking points in the Arsenal match, which is just both teams not to get 2 cards essentially, unless one of them's a red. Managed to even find some exchange value on Dewsbury Hall to score first at 30.0 in the Manchester United Everton match last night. So everything's been fairly profitable in the last week, but let's move to the Champions League tonight. There are 360 outfield players starting, and we don't always have to talk about one man. Just joking, of course we do. Whilst Fred's a bit chicken tonight and won't be going double delight hat-trick heaven on this game, Manchester City tonight are 2.8 expected goals, with Erling Haaland getting 1.17 of those. This is a situation that's a little bit strange because whilst Fred are not double delight hat-trick heaven in that game, chicken, the exchanges have got it wrong. They're up at 3.4, 3.5. Is that factoring in some price that he's not going to play? Well, it is the first goal scorer market, not the anytime goal scorer market, so that risk is slightly subdued. My position is the exchanges have just got it wrong. He should be around about 2.8, 2.85 for first goal scorer. I'm going to be taking anything over 3, and he is 3.5 at the moment. Thank you for continuing with all the emails I received. Just a word of note, if it's something that's going to happen in the very near future, you're way better off emailing support because I can't be manning my email address 24 hours a day. So if it is a question on shots on target or why corners lines are moving around, then go to account and then support on Bookie Bashing. There is a team that works 7 days a week, 364 days a year, and they'll be able to pick up your question. If you email me, then odds are on I'm not going to be able to get back to you in the 90 minutes before kickoff. The first email has 2 questions in it. First of all, they ask, should I only be betting on 1 horse, or if more than 1 horse's value in a race, should I be betting on 2? So let's play a thought experiment with that. A 9-to-1 horse is 10% win probability of winning the race. Now let's say you've got 4 more value horses at 9-to-1. All that is a 50% chance you're gonna win the race, a 50% field coverage. Yes, they all happen to be value, but it's no different to having a value horse that's even money. You would bet on him, and it's exactly the same thing betting on the 5 9-to-1 horses. Obviously with the requisite reduction in stake, unless you're a lunatic and you're using a unit loss staking strategy. Secondly, they've heard me mention that return on investment increases as the odds magnitude increased. They wanted to know why. Let's say you're betting for value down at 1 to 100. What that means that in 100 bets, over 99 are going to win, less than 1 is going to lose. But no matter how well you run over a large sample size, you are never going to have a return on investment of 5%, 10%. It just can't happen. And the opposite is true for very large odds. This is something that Joseph Buckdahl observed way before I did, so I'm not taking credit for this. The second email had a query about some of the numbers that were up on a tool at Bookie Bashing. And what they did is they took a screenshot of the page, put it into ChatGPT, and then sent me ChatGPT's observations. In fact, it wasn't just one email that did this. A second email sent me over 5,000 words from ChatGPT on their thoughts on the Bookie Bashing numbers. So point number 1, don't send me 5,000 words. I'm obviously not going to read that. Secondly, don't send me observations from ChatGPT. Artificial intelligence isn't mature enough yet to have a reasonable debate about value betting. In fact, a lot of the time they will just give you an answer, any answer. They'll say anything to keep you happy. And if you break it down, a lot of the time it's just nonsense. Listen, if you have queries about the Bookie Bashing numbers, you can always ask me or the team, but we can't be debating with ChatGPT. And if they do give different numbers to us, you are more than welcome to use ChatGPT as a source of information for value bets. By the way, the person in question was actually in profit using our numbers. They were just surprised at how much they were in profit by and didn't think that it could continue. Going back to an email from the other week where a member had joined us from a match betting community and was looking for user results, well, keep your eyes open at Bookie Bashing over the next few days. We will be releasing a user results dashboard. You can log all of your own horses. It will appear in the dashboard a couple of days later with results, and you'll be able to apply some filters to test various backdated strategies to see if you can work on improving your return on investment. We started using it on Saturday. We were testing it out at Bookie Bashing Towers. I put a few bets up, 20 I think. 120% return on investment for me, which did stand up because I went into the town centre at 1 p.m, popped into Ladbrokes and then had to pop back 4 hours later to collect over £1,000 from my 3 lucky 15s. Now that I think about it, it really has been quite a profitable few days indeed. Long live the heater. I'm not running with pure good luck all the time though. In the middle of recording this weekend recap, I did slip over in the field. I've got mud all over myself, and not only that, I nudged the phone so that it stopped recording and I didn't notice. So this is the second time around doing that. I better get home, better get cleaned up. I'm going to have a little bit more on Haaland on the exchanges, and I'm going to have Robin Lewandowski for double delight hat-trick heaven at Betfred this evening.